Hello from me to you. Welcome to Pleasant Creeks. My name is Abiola, and I'll say, the owner of this channel, if you want to say. So, I want to welcome you all officially, even though this channel's been up for a bit. Here, I'm going to be showcasing a lot of stuff, from politics to science, to fiction to geopolitical or regional issues, especially as it pertains to West Africa, Nigeria, Canada, the US, talking about the UK, generally global issues, health, technology, the latest in town and all that, music. You'll be seeing things about nature as time progresses, a varying array of issues of stories. Basically, that's what I'll be bringing to you. And if you're just passing by and you happen to stumble on this video, please just smash the like button, subscribe. Let's get talking, let's critique, let's put our opinions in the comment section, and let's all talk, because talking is one way to solve problems, global problems. So in a couple of minutes we'll be talking, and when we talk, please try to keep it respectful, even though I'm not one of those, I'm not going to censor anybody. Just say whatever you want to say. We'll listen or read whatever comments you have to say, and that's it. So here we go. Welcome once again to Pleasant Creeks. Hi guys, welcome to Pleasant Creeks. My name is Abiola. If you're just tuning in for the very first time to this channel, please subscribe, like the button, or hit the like button. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your foes, tell everybody around you that I am here. This is Pleasant Creeks, talking about a varying array of issues. Today we'll be talking about the Russia-Ukrainian war that is ongoing currently. We saw a couple of days ago how Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, decided out of the blue to invade independent free state Ukraine. We've seen the devastation all the way from Mariupol to Kharkiv to by now Donbass region is entirely in the hands of Russia. Crimea, in 2014 we saw what happened, and the war continues. People are dying, children, mothers, brothers, sisters, uncles, grandparents. There's a whole lot of devastation, and the world watches as the Russian forces continue to march on towards Kiev, because I guess that's their strategic objective, to take over Kiev, force the Ukrainian soldiers to surrender, and then take over. Basically, this is despite the promise that Vladimir Putin had given in the time past that he was not going to invade Ukraine, when his forces actually were coming together through in Belarus, and he claimed they were only doing military drills and all that, and now we've seen the lie. So today I'm just the aspect I want to talk about is about mostly because of the loss of lives, which is a huge thing. I know a lot of people would say, where were you when people are dying in other conflicts around the world? In Yemen, we're seeing what's going on right now in Ethiopia. We're seeing what's going on even in the Central African Republic. It's never been, a stable place for a long time now. We're seeing crises here and there. My point is not to choose or pick, one conflict over the other, or say because this is Ukraine, it should take center stage. Afghanistan should also take center stage. But I'm just using this as a reference point to all wars. When will it come a time where people will be mature enough to say dialogue is the best way? When would fear for the growth or expansion of one country, the progress of one country, be seen as growth for all humanity and mankind generally? We can see that the Ukrainians were the owners, or are the owners, of now the destroyed Antonov 225, which is the largest aircraft ever. We've seen several things that Ukraine has done, brought to the world. Same with Russia, same with the UK, same with Nigeria, Africa, South Africa. Every country has great people, potential, and all that. But why destroy Ukraine right now? Why destroy Ukraine right now? That's the question. You can come in the comment section and tell me whatever you feel, what you think about this. But I feel it's a war of Vladimir Putin. It's not a war of the Russian people. And that's why global companies, icons, industries, and you name it, banks, countries are boycotting Russia because they don't see this war as justified. It's not justified because it's not even an even war. Russia supersedes Ukraine in every aspect, on all fronts. If you're talking about economy, you're talking about weapons, nuclear weapon, only matched maybe close by the United States of America. The Ukrainians don't stand a real chance, It's not an even, it's like David and Goliath, even though people would say, yeah, David can take down Goliath, But in seriousness, this war has to stop. This senselessness has to stop. The killing has to stop. We see people moving all the way from Kiev, going to the Romanian border on foot. A child, 11-year-old child, moving, alone by himself. We've seen a family wiped out through a bomb blast. This doesn't have to happen. We're seeing people moving from the West, going now to Ukraine to offer help, to fight, volunteer to fight. That's not the solution. It's a complex, complicated matter, but I hope that sense, reason would prevail so that this wanton waste of human life would stop ASAP. We can't continue like this. And as an extension, I would also talk about Ethiopia. The war between the TPLF and the federal forces has been raging for, I think, almost 2 years now, over 2 years. It has to stop. Killing human beings doesn't solve no problem. It only complicates problem, because at the end of the day, when the dust settles down, people would come up and they would want to revenge. They want to do this or do that or whatever. And you're killing people that are part of your national identity, your national growth and progress. These people would have been the ones to contribute to one thing or the other to make your country move from the level they are right now to where they ought to be. And now you waste them. In Yemen, same thing. Sometimes you say, oh, it's the Christians fighting the Muslims, it's the East versus West, it's the blacks versus whites, or whatever you want to say it. But how do you say Yemen situation is Muslims against Muslims, even though they're sectarian, whatever within them? But I'm calling for peace. Peace. The UN has to sit up, because the UN is just like a puppet right now. It's it's so hard for them to take a stand. They cannot do anything. They cannot take any concrete decisions. What's it about all this? You pass a motion, you pass an article, you do this, you do that. It doesn't even make any sense. So you understand what I'm saying? There has to be a concerted effort by the 5 permanent members, including China, France, the UK, America, especially, to bring these wars, all wars, to an end. The Congo needs peace. Libya needs peace. There's been enough bloodshed in the world to stop all this. Okay? So like I said in the beginning, please feel free to go in the comment section, drop 1 or 2 things, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to write, whatever, you know, it's a free world. I'll be glad to reply to you if you toe my line. If you don't, if you oppose what I say, whatever it is, just put it down there, okay? All right. So, like I said, this is the first shot of a Pleasant Creek's major rants today. We'll be back some other time. Remember, keep the peace wherever you are, in your local community. Keep the peace. Peace. Ciao.